That's right, guys. This is exciting news. AI can now finally analyze the chart, find patterns, and give you price targets. For that, you need to learn how to prompt it, which input to give it, because otherwise it wouldn't work, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And at the end of the video, I have a bonus for you in TradingView. You will see what I mean. It's pretty cool, related to chart patterns. Make sure to massage that like button if you like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you want more AI and trading and automation related content, because that's my business, right? Let's get started with ChatGPT, and in that case, O3 Pro. Yes, it's the most expensive version, but the reason I start with this is because the expectations are the highest, because it's the most expensive one that I have here today, $200 a month. Can it analyze a chart? It has to, right? If it can't do that, no AI can, in my opinion, right? So let's check it out. At least that was my thinking when I started this research. So I gave it this prompt and this input. I will show you what that is. And then it came up with a cup and handle pattern detection of the pattern that it thinks is happening right now. This is the latest data of Bitcoin, yes? So it found that the cup starts here, goes down here, and ends here, and this is the handle. It didn't draw the handle as I would, but you know, whatever. And then it gave price targets and so on. And I think the result is pretty good from this AI, but let's go through it step by step. Let's see if this cup and handle is something that we would also see on the chart now that it told us where it is, because I want to make sure it didn't make up numbers, right? So first of all, I'm going to scroll down, not here, here, and I'm going to see where did it think that the levels are. Okay, so the left side, right, this point here is at 109,000 on the 20th January 2025. Okay, let's go to the chart and you will see why this is a line. I mean, actually, you already see why this is a line because the AI also gave me a line. Okay, so I want to make sure that we both use lines because otherwise it's very confusing to compare these two. And the 20th of January was somewhere here, right? So this is the beginning of the cup. That makes sense. I would see it the same way. And let's see what else it says. It says the bottom is on the 11th of March at 77,000. Okay, 11th of March was here. I mean, I would have picked this one, but it's fine. It's fine. It makes sense, right? And this is also what it drew, you see, in the chart that it created, which is nice. I mean, it's very nice to have a visual, right? And then the last point that matters is on the 22nd of May, 2025 at 112,000. And this was here, right? So this makes a lot of sense for me, right? Because this would be the cup, right? And this would be the handle, okay? So that's nice. So what do I think is the price target based on that? Let's draw it together, okay? The neckline of this pattern is somewhere here, and I can then measure from the top to the bottom roughly, right? This is a rough estimate, and then put it at a possible breakout. I mean, I should have drawn this line a bit longer, so let's do that, right? So the possible target is somewhere around 145,000. What did the AI say? The AI said that the possible target is somewhere at 147, which is pretty nice. I would have done the exact same thing, right? If you put the chart in front of me, I would have drawn the exact same cup and handle pattern, and I would have come to the same conclusion where the target is. So in this case, the AI did a great job. So O3 Pro is awesome. The problem is that it's very expensive, and also it takes forever to calculate, all right? Let's go and check how long it took for it to come up with this result. It took it 4 minutes and 18 seconds. What the hell? I mean, fine, I get it, but then can we do it faster and can we save some money, right? So here is the thing. The Pro version is the most expensive one, and $200 a month, I understand not everyone wants to pay. I pay this because I do research, right? But can we also do it with the Plus version? And yes, I've also tested the free version, right? I've tested all of them. So the Plus version contains the OpenAI O3 model, which I really like, okay? So that model is just $20 a month, which I think is fair. So let's check the O3 model. Can it do the same, better? And is it faster? Definitely it's cheaper. So let's check it out. All right, this is the O3 model and what it came up with. Of course, the prompt is exactly the same as before. And of course, I have you fully covered, right? The prompt that you need is linked below this video and you will find it on a Google document and it looks like this, right? The rest of the prompt you have to come up with yourself by making the screenshots, and I will show you all of that. Okay, it's very simple. And you need to also download the chart data, right? Because as you can see here, I gave it a CSV of chart data. Okay, there are two ways to download that chart data. Either you get it from TradingView, but for that you need to have a paid plan and stuff like this. But of course, I also have a free option. So again, stick around. I will show you exactly how to do that. All right, now, how did O3 perform? Okay, did it find the same thing? Well, most likely it found a cup and handle pattern. Yay, same stuff. Now, the graphic that it drew looks a bit different, but it's still legit. And this time, as you can see here, the base is at 8th of April lower, right? That's the base that I would have drawn. Let me go back to the chart. And so this is the base that O3 found, and this is the base that the Pro model found. It's fine, right? And so let's see what the price target is, right? The price target is 149. Of course, it has a more conservative one as well, but this is the actual price target, the common way to extend the pattern to the upside, right? So this is pretty much the same as the Pro model gave us. And let me remind you that is good news, yes, because you can spend 20 bucks a month and you can get the same result as the Pro for this particular use case. Awesome stuff. Now let's go to the free tier, right? And in the free tier, we have ChatGPT 4.0. You remember 4.0 was super cool back in the day and I was going bananas about it? Yeah, it's fine, but O3 is better and so on. Now, it's free, yeah? So let's try it for finding chart patterns. Does it perform? And well, let's see, okay? So this is the prompt. Everything's the same, but just the model is different, 4.0, right? And it found a cup and handle pattern. Nice. It says it's bullish, but look where it found the points of the cup, right? And I think it's pretty wrong, right? Like, what the hell? How do you see a cup here? And where's the handle, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? Yes, it tried to explain all of that. Of course, the breakout target is way lower because the cup is wrong and everything. So in my opinion, right, this model was not able to analyze the chart properly because yes, it found the cup and handle, but at some weird place, and I gave him all the data possible, right? You have the chart, you have the raw data of the chart, okay? If you can't do that, then it's not good. It's not good. So sadly, the free version of ChatGPT is not able to come up with a good result. But maybe another AI that is free can. Continue watching the video, right? Let's go to the next AI. All right, let's go to Claude AI. And I was using Opus 4 for complex challenges. Awesome. This is a complex challenge. I gave the same prompt with the same data, everything same, research mode. Okay, I gave it all the chances possible. And long story short, it failed, right? Some descending triangle. If you follow the prices that it gave, it's completely wrong. And what I don't like is that it didn't give a chart. You don't see a graphic, right? You can look at. I mean, it tried, but what is this, right? What is this? Okay. I mean, come on, Claude, mate. It doesn't work like this, okay? So Claude failed, okay? The next AI is Perplexity. Perplexity got the same inputs, of course. The files are here. I don't know why they don't show up on the top, but they have been uploaded here. And Perplexity created this chart. I would say it's a fail, right? I mean, and also I don't really care what it says here because post all-time high consolidation, it's not really a chart pattern, right? I mean, okay, this graphic is nice, but what is the price target? I mean, it's pretty bad, okay? It doesn't work. Yes, I pay for this as well, so you don't have to, yeah? So for this use case, it doesn't work, okay? Next one, we have Deepseek. Deepseek, mate, it's free, okay? It's free, got the same input, of course, and it took forever to calculate, okay? 194 seconds, how much is that? It's about 3 minutes or so. And it came up with, oh my God, a lot of thinking. It came up with a double top pattern. So that could be the case, right? It could be the case. The problem is though, that it found the wrong levels, right? Because a double top could be the case, right? You have one top here and one top here, even three, right? If you're honest. But then the first one is somewhere in January 2025 and the other one is in May 2025, right? But what did Deepseek say? It says in June, we had a top and June 10, right? And then June 13, just 3 days later, we had another top. Mate, this is not how it works, okay? Because basically what it means, that means that it found this top here and some other top here, which is not really relevant. So it's pretty bad and it totally failed, okay? And to wrap it up, we have Gemini 2.5 Pro, right? It's the reasoning, math, and code model. It got the same input. And to keep it short, look at its symmetric triangle, okay? So this is the chart it drew, and this is a symmetrical triangle for it. And thus, I do not really care about its analysis because it cannot visualize what it found. And I think if you are using AI to analyze a chart, then it can output a lot of text, right? But without the visualization of what it actually thinks about, it's very hard to follow. You would have to draw all the lines yourself based on the numbers it tells you in the text. And that is cumbersome. And I think AI should make life easier, right? Not more complex. So I think Gemini failed as well. So that leaves us with ChatGPT and especially the O3 model, which is in the plus plan, $20 a month. Okay, I think it's fine, right? Let's go back to it. So this is what it drew for us. And we also have already analyzed that it is correct, right? The chart pattern it gave us is correct. Now, let me show you as well how you can prompt it, how you can get the data that you need to prompt it properly, okay? You have seen that I give it the screenshot of the chart, right? And I make sure that it contains all the data that is necessary, right? Which coin is it, right? Which time frame? So I screenshot that part of TradingView as well, right? Then the x-axis for the time and the y-axis for the price, okay? So make sure to have that in your screenshot, all right? So when you go to TradingView, then remove all the lines, right? You can click here and say hide drawings, okay? And then go here with your mouse and start making a screenshot. You know how to do your screenshot on your computer, yes? And then that's it, right? And you make sure that you have all the data, you have all the data in the viewport that you want to show the AI, right? So if you want to analyze a shorter time frame, then just zoom in more, right? And just analyze this time frame, right? And make a screenshot of that. That's fine, okay? Totally fine. Give it that. Now, the next thing you need is the data, because I like to give it the raw data so it can really work with the right numbers, because getting the numbers from a screenshot is pretty hard, right? So if you have TradingView Plus, I believe, then you can download the chart data directly from TradingView, okay? You can click here and then click on Export Chart Data, all right? And then you have the data that you see in your viewport, right? It will start here and it will end here. If you want more data, you have to zoom out more, right? So it will download exactly the data of the time frame that you see in front of you, okay? So if you want to give it, it's actually cool, right? Because when you screenshot this part and then you download this data, then both of them are in synchronization. That's perfect, okay? Now, the thing is that if you don't have TradingView paid plan, you cannot download this data, right? Or if you don't have the plus plan, I believe, or more, you cannot download, right? So let me show you a free option for getting that data. You can get free chart data from coincodex.com, okay? You do not have to remember this because I have you fully covered in the document that I've linked below this video. You have the prompt and the link to this page where you can download the data, right? So the way it works is, let's go one back, right? You start here, right? And you click on any coin you like. I will click on Bitcoin, right? And then here on historical data, right? And then I can just download it, okay? You can click here, boom, it's downloaded, right? But you need to choose the time frame, okay? Make sure to have enough data, right? So if you come to TradingView, right, and you need to analyze, or you want to analyze from 2018 or something like that until today, then of course you need to select that time frame here in the calendar, right? Download the data and give that to the AI, right? Just drag and drop it in there, okay? And you can do that with all of the coins that you find here. They have most of the coins that you can think of, right? Historical data, choose the time frame, click export, and there you go. And then simply go to ChatGPT, click on creating a new chat, click here on the top to select the model. O3 is the model, right? That gives us the best results and costs the least amount of money, right? So then I drag and drop the files here, the CSV, the data, right? And the screenshot. And then I copy the prompt just like that, paste it in and go. And that's how I analyze the chart with ChatGPT. And that's how I got the good results that you have seen before. Now you go and do the same on other coins on smaller time frames and you're going to be amazed. Let me know down in the comments. Now for the bonus that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there is an indicator in TradingView that automatically draws chart patterns on your chart. All right. I mean, you will see. Let me show you. It's very cool. So this is the chart. I'm still in the line version. That's fine. You can change it here, by the way, into bars and fine. All right, let's leave it like that. And it's called all chart patterns. I will show you how to get it once I'm done showing you this, right? So as you can see here, it found a couple of chart patterns, right? One of them is a bullish pennant, and this is this one, right? It shows you the price target, which is at 147,000, right? It also found some bearish stuff, right? It found a triple top, which top 1, top 2 is behind this one, top 3 is behind that one. But you can see the target is all the way down here at 36,900. It's very unrealistic, I'm just saying, right? So the cool thing is that this works automatically out of the box. You can go to Ethereum, for example, and you can see that it has a bullish target here at 3,200 and a very unrealistic bearish target here at pretty much $20, which is not going to happen, right? But sometimes you find that the chart patterns all point to the upside, which, for example, for Solana is the case, right? You have a target here at 194 and also at 278, which is nice, right? So you can use this in conjunction with the AI that I showed you before, because let me go back down here. As you can see, it did not find the cup and handle pattern, even if this indicator does have this feature, right? As you can see here, it does search for cup and handle patterns, but it didn't find this one, right? That's why the combination of this indicator and the AI together is super powerful, right? That's why I'm making this video for you. Subscribe, like the video. How do you find this indicator in TradingView? Simple, you click on indicators, you search for patterns, and then you click on all chart patterns. It's in the category of technicals. This comes from TradingView themselves, okay? Click on it and it will appear just like that. Enjoy. This is all I have for you guys. If you like the video, then like the video, right? Subscribe to this channel as well to get more AI trading and trade automation related content, because my channel is called Michael Automates. I automate my entire portfolio. And if you want to do the same, and yes, it works great and makes a lot of money, then continue watching my videos. Especially the next one I will put on screen, okay? That one will show you a trading strategy that is pretty good and how to fully automate its buying and selling signals. Okay, so if you want to do that, then this is the next video you should watch.